Is this the best dinner at Disney's Polynesian Resort?
Princess and Bear here. We're back at Disney's Polynesian, like the princess said, because we came to see Maui's butt.
And we're here for Kona Cafe.
Oh yeah, that too. Because you know what? That's your number one choice of food and infotainment. If there's a butt and something to eat, we're gonna go try it.
Remember, I'm vegan, he's not.
Just lose the food.
Be sure to enjoy Ohana.
You heard the girl.
As is a Polynesian resort tradition, I Starbucks order my Backscratcher. So we replace the Jack Daniels with Jameson, because Jack Daniels is not vegan, and that is how you make this drink vegan. Cheers.
How many do you guys have room for 2 adults and 4 kids right now?
It's a little light.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it though. It mostly just tastes like bog juice. I think it'll go really well with my meal. I'm gonna give it
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
3.5 out of 5 back scratchers. It scratches your back a little bit.
The history of the Princess and Backscratcher Resort is as long, as old as this resort hotel drink menu. I love coming to Kona for certain things. What I don't like is that they don't have their own unique drink menu. They share the same drink menu with Tambu, and I feel like it's about time it deserved its own drink menu. Like its own thing. You have the whole restaurant theme, the menu theme last year, but no drink menu theme. I feel like it at least deserved that. This is a deluxe resort. Treat us. Who can treat you? Glass full of trouble, like a Backscratcher should be. It scratches an itch, but never a good one. As far as like decision making, taste, flavor, always amazing. 4.75 out of 5 plus.
In an odd turn of events, Bear ordered a mule. Oh, straw's over here. You guys know I love a Mulelicious mule. This one, they poured very heavy on the ginger. I just taste ginger and like a hint of lime. Not a jam, not a good jam. I'll give it 2 out of 5 mules.
I'm not sure what possessed me to get a mule. Maybe it's the copper cup. Maybe I was feeling adventurous. Maybe I was starting to feel like a mule carrying the Bear title on my back. Not that there's any burden or weight to that whatsoever. But why not get something different? Every once in a while, I'll run into a virgin drink that I would normally hate, but sometimes love. This may be the one. I feel like I just gave myself a ginger IV. Like, straight to the veins. I know there's other things in here. All I taste is ginger. There's vodka in here. It's vegan. I taste nothing but ginger. It is definitely just a ginger mule. If you told me this was ginger beer on ice and a copper mug, I would believe you. 2 out of 5 points. But I'm still gonna drink it.
Same thing. So here we have some lovely gluten-free vegan allergy bread. Chef Mike always has a hand in this bread. Chef Mike was involved, but feels like sat for a little bit, so it's like partially cooled. Chef Mike is the microwave, in case you didn't know. I'm gonna take the warmer of the 2 breads, and I'm just gonna, oh yeah, it's already like chewy, like you can tell. You know when you microwave bread, and you microwave it for too long, and then it like, after 30 seconds, starts getting that like tough feeling? That's exactly what it feels like when you eat this, or when I tore this bread apart. So I can only imagine what it tastes like right now. I did not put enough earth balance on that. Not good. It's very rare when you can find a place that actually does these right. They really need to stop putting these in the microwave. Eat them in the oven. The microwave is not the way. I give it 1.5 out of 5 breads. This is not good bread.
See, you get to the point with allergy bread where the earth balance isn't for flavor, it's for lubricant. So otherwise, depending on some of these breads, you might not be getting this thing down your throat in one gulp. It may need some help. This feels like a sink sponge. It definitely needed that butter in order to be swallowed. Mostly whole because chewing it literally felt like a sink sponge. Like one of the crusty ones has been like sitting out on the sink and not like a little sponge drying thing for far too long. You can like, it's damp, but still like very dense and crusty. Yeah, that's a 1 out of 5 claws. I wouldn't suggest you eat that unless you are really desperate for bread.
You take it now.
Here we have these pineapple coconut rolls. They do have dairy in them, so none for the princess. Not enough dairy to hurt me. They smell like just regular rolls. You get a light smell of like some sweetness and probably some coconut in there, but so we have pineapple coconut rolls. Got some regular butter here. Just a little bit. A little bit. Who needs King Hawaiian rolls when I can have the rolls here at Kona? Top tier. I think these rolls are better than the bread you get at Ohana. That's sort of the idea. Kona occupies a really odd space in its resort. When you have things like Ohana, you have Captain Cook's, which, you know, is literally on the floor, should be in the basement. You have Trader Sam's. You get some really unique and tasty things here. I would give this 4.5 out of 5 claws. It's still a phrase from the princess. It gives very good bread.
Our quinoa dish that we had the last time we came here, but slightly different. And I added tofu because one of you lovely people commented and let us know that you could do that, so we are back doing that. So I'm gonna try the tofu with the quinoa here and just give it a little like sample. There's a lot of veggie action here, but I'm really only here for the tofu with quinoa. The quinoa is beautifully seasoned and sautéed. There's a heat to it. I would give it like a 4.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's definitely like a long, slow burn. The tofu is cold, which I wasn't expecting. A little odd. I like the sauce. There's like a chimichurri sauce on top of it that I'm absolutely obsessed with. And then it comes with like broccolini and asparagus. You can actually get either the broccolini or the asparagus on the side if you don't want to order this dish. And it is vegan. Nicely cooked. A little on the salty side. I don't think I would have put any salt on the veggies if I was cooking them myself, but mixing with the quinoa and the tofu, it's very lovely. I'm gonna give it like a 3 out of 5. Dishes, if you want like a non-all-meat dish, this is a great option. I think. Yeah. Outside of the nudes, I think this is better than like the regular skillet that you get from Ohana. Like the main skillet comes with one of the worst jackfruit I've ever had, an alt meat beyond sausage, and the broccolini, and then the nudes. And am I forgetting something? I think there's like a chicken chimichurri, like chicken also. All of those are terrible, and all of this is better. It's pretty much the same ingredients, but just designed a little bit differently with quinoa. This is definitely a better dinner than Ohana. I think Kona is the best place for dinner at Polynesian. As I'm eating through this quinoa, I'm finding these pieces of raisins that are littered throughout the quinoa. That is a brand new development that is a little weird to me. Also, I tried the onion. I thought the onion was going to be super overpowering, but with the way that it's grilled, it's actually marinated too, so it's beautiful. It's actually one of my favorite things here on the plate. The quinoa was my favorite thing the last time we came here, but it was like on the greasy side, so I feel like they added the raisins to kind of help absorb up some of that grease, which they definitely do, but then they make it sweet, which I'm not really into. I just wanted to enjoy the crunch of my quinoa, and I also do not like dried fruit, so this changes my opinion on this dish. But I don't think I'm gonna change my rating. I just think it's surprising, more surprising than I initially thought.
I feel just like last time when I told this, it's basically a half moon of quinoa on a plate covered in veggies. It looks a bit better plated this time. This massive onion on the other hand, like, that's a bit overkill. If you're an onion folk, especially charred onion, you're gonna love this. I'd recommend cutting this up and spreading it around. But like, they literally give you like whole huge pieces of veggies. I suppose it sort of balances out the tininess of the quinoa, but literally, before you dive into this, you should probably be cutting out most of it anyway because these pieces are absolutely massive. I'm gonna mirror the princess. I'm gonna do a little quinoa, a little tofu. Not too much tofu because she doesn't got that much to begin with. I wouldn't say it's a ton of tofu. Like most dishes in the Walt Disney World, when you add tofu to it and you have the option to add tofu, don't expect a whole block. You're maybe getting a third of a block of tofu. That's just how it goes. Tofu is actually well seasoned and cooked. The quinoa, better than anything I've ever been able to cook at home. No matter how many times I've tried, I cannot cook quinoa right. One of these days, one of you can give me a recipe to actually cook it the right way. When it's well seasoned and balanced, I don't feel like one is overpowering the other. I both feel like they're both unique flavors. Just add in like some of these peppers here. Princess was gonna eat those anyway. Try that with the quinoa. The flavor profile of this quinoa dish is what surprises you. I expect quinoa to be like bland and flavorless. This definitely bucks that trend. And I have to say that when you compare the consistency of what Kona is, not everything at Kona has always been great, compared to the experiences that we have more frequently at Ohana. I think for a mixed diet table, this is definitely the better go. Ohana is great if you're a meat eater and you like media core meat, because it's definitely not what it used to be. But if you want quality dishes where everybody's gonna leave feeling happy, not just one or two of you, I definitely think you cannot go wrong coming to Kona over Ohana. I give this 4 out of 5. Then we have the Asian-marinated airline chicken. Working my way through the menu, things that I have not had before. Never ordered this dish. But you get a nice, like, thick piece of, like, chicken breast. I expect it to be a little bit bigger, but that's fine. Got a nice center piece of bok choy, some peppers. Got a little triangle of rice with sesame seeds, and then, like, a little sauce splash going in the middle of, like, the Asian marinade. I'm going to need to cut into said breast. It is, luckily, not bone in. That would have been a pain.
I thought there was a bone.
No bone. I just cut all the way through it. I don't think there's a bone. Doesn't feel like one. Let's try the chicken by itself first. A little bit of skin too. Definitely marinated and juicy. With the white of the inside of this chicken, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried. That looked plain. Like, more plain than you people that prefer Dole Whip over Mickey shaped treats. I'm one of those people, don't worry. It's got a good flavor to it, nice and seasoned. It goes well. Let's try it like a whole bite. We're gonna call it a little bit of the bok choy. Don't know why they always give you bok choy whole. That's like every restaurant I've eaten at, not just Disney. We're gonna try a little bit of rice with the sesame seeds. Fork this baby. We're gonna give it a whole bite. Honestly, it works. It's a very like light dish. Doesn't sit too heavy in your stomach. So if you plan to come to Kona and like head back to the parks, I think this is perfect. The flavors, I have zero complaints. Chicken's good, vegetables are good, the rice is cooked perfectly, sesame seeds are a nice touch. It doesn't even have like a weird texture gradient. That's what I was expecting with the sesame seeds, with all the veggies. Honestly, chicken can sometimes come across a little bit basic when you have all these fancy things on the menu, but this is something that I think is culturally inspired, while still being something that I think most people can eat. I would give it 4 out of 5 claws. I do not regret ordering this. Kona, king of poly or not?
I think so.
I think that this holds a unique place. As much as everybody wants to think that Ohana is the experience, and while that is a in-demand experience, I really think you're doing yourself a disservice if you do not go to Kona.
I feel like Ohana is an inconsistent experience, and especially if you have a dietary restriction, you have to stay on top of your server to make sure that you get all of your dishes. And you don't have to worry about any of that at Kona. Plus, you're not stuffing your face to the point where they gotta roll you out of the restaurant. You can just comfortably fill yourself up and then continue your day. I think that is a win-win-win. But, as Bear and I were discussing, the real MVP of consistency and delicious food here is
Trader Sam's.
and we will not be moved on this.
Not at all. I do want to think if you're looking at reservations and you're on the fence between Ohana and Kona, pick Kona. Thank us later.
And if you still want Ohana food, go to Kona, eat your Kona, then go to Tambu after 5 p.m.
Order some nudes and wings.
Order a la carte, save yourself some money, and still enjoy all the good food
Yes.
and dessert.
As your number one choice in food and infotainment, we would not steer you wrong on purpose. But, of course, if there's anything else you want to see us do in the comments, there's always a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment about what are the foods that we ate, or Ohana or Kona, whatever your opinions are on those restaurants, Bear's gonna eat himself down there. Down there.
I'm going to become the new Maui statue in this hotel. But you heard the girl.